hot seat with Wally George? Hang on for the wildest, most controversial talk show on television, featuring enthusiastic participation from our live studio audience and interviews with provocative newsmaker guests. And now, here he is, that hard-hitting, award-winning, conservative voice of television, Wally George!
Thank you very... Hey, hold that sign up over there. Put that sign up over there. You see that? Let's get that sign over there. You got it? Yeah. Hey, I want to tell you, we have a fantastic studio audience here. Okay. Hey, it's good to have you. And wherever you are watching us all across America, this is the program that has guts. Hey, we're not like those other little panty-waist talk show hosts. And we aren't like Phil Z. Donahue, who keeps criticizing this country and our president. We stand up for Ronald Reagan and for God and country. All right, now this is the show where we have the liberal lunatics sitting on our hot seat. On tonight's show, we have, boy, I've been waiting to get one of these creepos on. Yeah. We have a screenwriter on, and he's trying to defend pornographic movies. And he says anybody should be able to see them, even kids should be able to see them. Get out of here. And then we have another weirdo who calls himself a political scientist, Joel King, and he is here to take on our great president. He says we should disarm ourselves right now. Oh, come on. Yeah. Hey, he probably also wants us to... He probably wants us to throw up our arms and surrender to those stupid idiots in the Soviet Union, right? Hey, I have a feeling that this guy has a pinko shirt on, don't you think? And then we have a guy on I can't believe. He's very sincere. He's the founder of the Flat Earth Society, and he tells us... he's going to tell us absolutely that he has proof that the Earth is flat. Hey, he told me... Oh, hey, he told me in the other room, he said, well, Wally, if the Earth was not flat, then everybody in China would be standing on their heads. Oh, come on. Anyway, okay, we'll get to our... Hold, everybody. So we'll get to our guests in a minute and then questions from our studio audience. But right now, it's time to introduce our great crew. And in the booth directing us tonight, sitting in for Brian, who is normally here, we have Kevin Little in the booth directing us. Nice hand for Kevin. On the floor, our great floor director, the amazing Ken Carey right there. Ken. And our great producer, the very lovely and talented Paige Poliquin. Okay. All right. Okay, hold it. Unforced, hold it. Unfortunately, my good friend David Kennedy is not here tonight. Oh. But he'll be back next week. Now, everybody, let's hold it down in the audience because it's time for my commentary for the night. We've got to have a little quiet in the audience now, and then we'll get to our questions from the studio audience. My commentary for tonight. Mayor Tom Bradley is really thrilled here in Los Angeles. He has finally received the okay to start building a subway here in Los Angeles. Yes, folks, the Metro Rail is on its way, and Bradley is jubilant. He thinks this will solve all of our transportation problems, and it might even help to ease the smog. Let me tell you, in my opinion, Tom Bradley is a dunce. What do you think? Now, listen, Metro Rail is a farce. A subway is the last thing we need here in Los Angeles. Look at the problems New York has had with their subways. But at least in New York, the subways will take you someplace. Let me tell you, let me clue you in here. Here in Los Angeles, the federal government will promise only to help finance the first 4 miles of a new subway. 4 miles. Now, listen to this. There is no guarantee that the subway will go any farther than 4 miles. Oh, come on. Hey, we can jog 4 miles, can't we? And wait a minute. Hold it. How much do you think it's going to cost us? How much is it going to cost we, the taxpayers? The price tag is $1.25 billion. Now the federal government promises that they will kick in $492 million, but we have to pay all the rest. Now this subway's first leg will go from Union Station to MacArthur Park in downtown Los Angeles. Big deal, huh? From Union Station to who wants to go to MacArthur Park anyway? Bradley says now, but Bradley has good news. Bradley says, well, we may start out with 4 miles of subway, but eventually we'll get 18 miles. Oh. 18 miles for $1.25 billion. I say this is totally insane, right? Now, the obvious answer to me would be to build a rail system above the ground, right down the middle of our own freeways, right? That would cost a fraction of digging a big hole in the ground for Bradley's subway. But Mayor Tom Bradley still is jubilant, and I say that's great. When the 4-mile subway is finished, if it ever is, I suggest that Mayor Bradley ride on it because nobody else will, I'm sure. And hey, Tom, if you're watching, you and your 4-mile subway are a big, fat joke. I'll be right back. If you're thinking about buying, renting, or leasing a new car, hey, I want you to come into my good friend Bert Bachman at Galpin Ford in Sepulveda. I think they're the best possible. I'm driving a Galpin Ford. Galpin Ford is #1, and there's a reason. I think they'll give you the best possible deal. Come on in. Galpin Ford in Sepulveda, 15505 Roscoe Boulevard in the sunny city of Sepulveda. Tell Bert Bachman Wally George sent you. Thank you very much.
Hiding deep in the hills of San Dimas, there's a giant waiting for you. Over 7.5 stories tall. It's out to scare you out of your wits. It's called Dropout. Raging waters. It's more than just a water slide. Minutes from L.A., where the 210 meets the 10 in San Dimas. Come join the fun at California's ultimate water adventure park.
Stay tuned to see how to get this stereo cassette system free.
I have a lot to thank my father for, but not my news magazine. I read Newsweek. Dad doesn't. I read Newsweek because it covers what I'm interested in. World events, politics, lifestyles, the arts, business. And Newsweek tells me how it all affects my life. In other words, while Dad's just getting news, I'm getting answers.
Welcome back. Wally George here, and this is Hot Seat. This is the program that really lays it on the line, everybody. Okay. We got a good crowd here tonight. Hey, I can feel the good vibrations. We got real Americans out here tonight. Yeah. Good. Okay. Oh, that's good. All right. Now, we'll take some questions from the audience. First, now it's time for the mailbag. You ready? Now, here's a letter I got. This kind of scares me a little. It's from a guy named Eugene, and he signs his name with a heart after his name. Perfume. Okay, here's from, hold it. Here's from Eugene, and he says, Dear Wally, I watch your show every Saturday night, and I don't like it one bit. He's after watching you for over a year, I'm convinced you should have your brain checked. Hey, listen, you twerp. Hey, I'd say the same thing to you, but obviously you have no brain to check. Get out of here. Okay. Now, here's a letter on pink stationery, but it comes from a girl named Sherry. And Sherry says, Wally, I find it extremely difficult to watch you on television because you are too harsh. Come on. Am I too harsh? No. Sherry, look at me. Sherry. No. Let me tell you something, Sherry. I am not too harsh, you little jerkette. How dare you say that to me? Okay. Now here's a very interesting letter I got. This is from Ruth Pearson. She says, Wally, I am enclosing my check for $1 million to start the Wally for President campaign. Okay. All right. Put my pocket here.
Take us to dinner, Wally. Take us to dinner.
Yeah. Big Macs for everybody, huh? Okay. Hey, by the way, before we go to the audience and some questions, last week, Johnny Carson mentioned me in his monologue again for the 20th time. Now, I want to say this. Johnny, I understand Johnny watches this program on Saturday nights, and Johnny, I'm sick and tired of you mentioning me in your monologue. If you're going to do that, I insist that you have me on your show as an in-person guest. And Johnny, if you're watching, if you don't have me on your show, I'm going to have to refuse to let you even talk about me anymore in your monologue, right? Okay, let's go. I mean, we have to draw the line somewhere, don't we? That's right. Hold it down. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Hi, Wally. My name is Richard Gazinia from Irvine.
Yes.
And I was wondering, when a guy turns 18, he can be treated like an adult in almost every way. I mean, he can go to war like an adult,
Yep.
and he can be tried in court like an adult. How come he can't drink a beer like an adult?
Well, obviously, just looking at you, you couldn't drink a beer like an adult if you tried to.
Yes, Walter.
Yes, go ahead.
My name...
Walter?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Excuse me, Waldo.
Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering if you think that the FAA should have stronger regulations considering small aircraft after what happened last week in Cerritos?
Well, I certainly think we have to do something, especially with the air traffic controllers. We have found now that in Palmdale, where they had drug tests, we found 3 of those air traffic controllers who had cocaine in their system, amphetamines, and marijuana. And I say this, anybody who's an air traffic controller, I mean, they're holding our lives in their hands, should not be on drugs. Go ahead, yes.
Hello, Wally. My name's Dave Pinman.
Yes,
and,
speak up, Dave.
My name's Dave Pinman, and
Yes,
my
Dave.
question is, do you favor the sale of American subsidized wheat to the Soviet Union?
Well, let me tell you this. There's a lot of people who are against the president because he's doing this. But as the president explained, he's not helping the Soviet Union certainly as much as he's helping the farmers here in the United States of America. Because if the Soviet Union did not buy it from us, they could buy it elsewhere. So I say the president is correct in doing that because God, we know the farmers of our country need all the help they can get. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yes, go ahead. Hey, you got a great T-shirt. Move over there where you see that T-shirt. Can you see that over there? Okay. That's great. Nice to see you.
My name is Joe from West Covina.
Yeah, Joe.
Who's going to be a running mate in '88?
A running mate in '88. Okay. Now, when I announce my quest for the presidency, I just might have Sylvester Stallone run with me. Thank you very much. Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is Hot Seat, and we'll get to our first guest in a moment. I want to remind you folks here in Southern California that starting September the 15th, Monday the 15th, we're going to be doing our Hot Seat Hotline show Monday through Friday, an hour earlier. We're going to be on from 4:30 until 5, Monday through Friday with the Hot Seat Hotline. And then at 5 o'clock, we're going to welcome Richard Blade here with Video 1, which will be on at 5 o'clock here on Channel 56 in Southern California only. So we're looking forward to that. Remember, starting the 15th of September, the hotline, Monday through Friday, 4:30 to 5. And then, of course, we remain right here forever from 11 until 12 midnight every Saturday night for Hot Seat, our 4th year on television. All right. Now we're gonna introduce our first guest tonight. And I always wanted to have one of these freakos on the show.
Look at the socks! Look at the socks!
Okay, never mind the socks. The brain is even worse. You know? Okay, now this guy is a screenwriter in Hollywood, and his name is Alan L. Katz. Here he is. All right, now Alan, you make your living as a screenwriter, correct?
I do, yeah.
Okay, now, I am so glad. I've always wanted to have one of you guys on the air because so many of you are irresponsible sickos, right? Yeah! Hold on, let me tell you. The bills, the trash that some of you screenwriters are writing is sickening, is disgraceful and degrading, and I think most of this junk has really almost ruined the motion picture industry.
Well, you know, all I can say is, hey, you know, somebody bought $160 million worth of Rambo tickets. You know, it wasn't one guy and his dog.
I'm not talking about just Rambo. I'm talking about these sick, X-rated porno filth. Now, you know, it used to be that you couldn't even see these kind of things in American film houses, but people like you now are not writing scripts for the families anymore. They're writing scripts for the sick perverts in America.
Families do not buy tickets. Perverts buy tickets. It's a business.
Oh, come on. If you gave the people the right kind of thing, decent films, they would go to see them. But, you know, I can't, the people...
Hey, Walt Disney almost went broke making movies for people like you. Now, are you going to tell me honestly that you've never seen an X-rated movie? I would be willing to bet. I would be willing to bet.
Don't pound my desk.
I would be willing to put it. I
desk. Now listen.
I would be willing to bet, wait, I would be willing to bet that the local video rental place in your neighborhood, the adult department, has got your fingerprints all over it.
I'd hate to see what he has his fingerprints on. Now, let me tell you something.
You would be proud to have your fingerprints on the thing I have my fingerprints on.
I have never, okay, I walked in out of curiosity a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. Curiosity, yeah.
Yes, all right. Because I felt that I felt that I should not be criticizing something that I have not seen. So
Did you stay for the whole double feature?
So out of curiosity, I went a long time ago, I walked into a filthy, scummy movie house, and I watched a little bit of Deep Throat. Now, hold on.
Hey, you got a lot of fans here. You got a lot of fans here.
I can tell you, this is the truth. I can tell you honestly, I sat in that movie theater for no more than 7.5 minutes. And listen,
if that's all it took, if that's all it took.
What I saw made me sick to my stomach, right? Now you...
But, did anybody drag you into the movie theater?
No, I went there because I had to see what was...
Okay, but nobody dragged you. But nobody dragged you into the movie theater.
I went once in my entire lifetime, one time, and I felt sick that we in America would be able to present such degrading things. I say pornography, these kind of films, are an insult to this great moral country. Now, you have the audacity, as a scummy little film writer, you have the audacity to attack our great Attorney General, Edwin Meese, and his pornography commission, when he has stated without a question that, yes, pornography is filth, but not only that,
wait.
it is a
Ed Meese says it must be law. It must be so.
Don't try to be sarcastic.
No, there were more stupid ideas inside Ed Meese's head than there are inside your head.
What do you have against the Meese Pornography Commission?
Well, first of all, you know, it's McCarthyism brought back.
Oh, come on.
You know,
hey,
the whole point of the Meese Commission, okay, was to go chasing after an idea that's wrong. They wanted to prove that it is harmful.
It is harmful.
Prove it.
All right, look, I will prove it.
One, you can't prove that, and two...
You want proof? I have proof.
More importantly, the one thing that they couldn't do, the most important thing that the Meese Commission couldn't do, that no one has been able to do, is to define the term pornography. Now, define it for me.
I would be happy. I
mean, aside from me.
It's very, very simple. It's a very simple way to define pornography.
If you can do it, then you're a smarter person than the entire Meese Commission.
Is when you are depicting the act of sex graphically and explicitly in a perverted, sickening way. That's pornography. Hold on. You say that the Meese Commission on Pornography is a return to McCarthyism.
You bet.
I say the commission is a return to decency and morality in America. That's what I say.
If you think fascism is a return to decency, I think we're in trouble.
You're calling this fascism?
You know, the whole Meese Commission is a complete violation of the First Amendment. Look what they tried to do to Playboy magazine.
And Hustler and Penthouse. And
one of the things that makes this country a great country, and
Hustler magazine?
But the greatest experiment in the history of mankind is the fact that you can say and think and write anything, and nobody, not even you.
I defy you to go out and write a 4-letter word on the front of any building. You can't write or say I defy you.
If I wanted to, I could.
You would be arrested.
That's the beauty of the country.
You would be arrested.
Hey, wait. The one of the places on earth where you can't write anything you want on the front of a building is Russia.
No, you cannot walk in. You could not walk into this studio naked or you'd be arrested for obscenity.
I would be, if it were true, I would be arrested by someone who, I'd be arrested by a fascist.
No, you would not. There are laws of decency in this country. And looking at you, you have no decency. I'll be right back.
You won't want to miss this exciting and informative program.
Watch Ed Beckley's $1 Million Secrets, Sunday, September 14th, 10 a.m., TV 56.
Apartment renters, before you pay another month's rent, find out how you can own a magnificent 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath duplex home at Royal Palm Ranch in Chino for just 5% down and $655 a month. Spacious kitchens feature dishwasher and self-cleaning oven. Master bedroom suites include bathroom, powder room, and walk-in closets. 2 more spacious bedrooms for the kids and guests. Formal dining area downstairs, plush wall-to-wall carpeting throughout the house. All homes include a private backyard with a patio and a 2-car garage. There's a community swimming pool with relaxing spa. And for security, all homes are pre-wired for burglar alarms. Plus, there's complete perimeter fencing around the community. Apartment renters, you can afford the home of your dreams for just $655 a month. Call this toll-free number for this free brochure and driving instructions to Royal Palm Ranch. Call now. There's no obligation.
Call toll-free 1-800-648-1300, 1-800-648-1300. Call 1-800-648-1300 toll-free, 1-800-648-1300.
We're back now. Hot seat. Our guest is Alan L. Katz, a sicko screenwriter. Now, you're saying that there should be no censorship whatsoever, right?
The point is, who is going to be the censor?
Well, they used to have the Hayes office, who used to censor films for years and years and years, and there wasn't this kind of scum on the film. I say we should return to the Hayes office and censorship.
You know, I frankly, I kind of agree, because, you know, I think what we ought to do is take it a step further. You know, why don't you wipe out stuff like Dr. Seuss? Because, you know, most of the animals in those books are naked.
Oh, don't get ludicrous.
Well, no. If you want to go backwards, you might as well go the whole route.
But the Mies Commission has stated that it is dangerous and called for censorship.
No, the Mies Commission tried to. Not even the witnesses that the Mies Commission called up. They couldn't get their own witnesses, who, of course, most of them were paid and were fondled in some fashion.
Get out of here!
Couldn't get their own witnesses. They couldn't get their own witnesses to agree with the findings that the Mies Commission started out with. The Mies Commission wasn't out to search for an answer. The Mies Commission had an answer. And the Mies Commission was looking to prove their answer.
Let me give you some facts.
Terrific.
He says the Mies Commission had no information to reach that decision. Let me give you some hard, cold facts that the Mies Commission based...
Hardcore facts.
Hard, cold facts.
Sorry.
Now...
Misunderstood.
A study conducted by the American University... shows, now this was in the study, shows that more and more pornography is showing children as sexual images. Hold on.
Now, I would agree that there is no defense for child pornography.
Ah, but you said no censorship.
As long as everyone involved, no, wait, as long as,
no, you can't have it both ways.
Oh, that's nonsense. As long as everyone involved is an adult, let's say 18 years old, as long as we are all adults and professionals making the pictures, and we're, as I said, citizens and adults.
Well, wait a minute, pal. You said that I had no right, or nobody has the right, Mr. Mies had no right to draw the lines. Why are you drawing the line? Why should you be the one to say when it's pornography and when it shouldn't be, and when it should be seen and when it should not be seen? What Mr. Mies is trying to say, and the university is saying...
Mr. Mies is trying to say everything. Mr. Mies would like to just put a blanket over everything.
Get this.
Throw a blanket over
Here's
Mr. Mies.
Here's a quote. Research by the American University shows that in magazines like Hustler, Playboy, and Penthouse, and many pornographic films that you love so much, it says more than 6,000 images of children have been found in these magazines and films, many implying sexual activity. I say that's sick.
In most of the magazines in question, the people doing it were adults.
but they're depicting children. And you know what the university study showed? Yes, they were adults depicting children. But by doing so, it said that had a definite increase in child molestation. What do you think about that?
The Mies Commission was unable to prove that. What the Mies Commission was able to prove, although I don't think it's what it was shooting for, was that there was a connection between violence in the movies and violence. In other words, frankly, and while I would much rather watch, personally, two people making love than two people killing each other. Now, maybe you feel differently. You'd much rather watch, Rambo shoot up 150 people in a movie.
Making love in a very tasteful way is different. But when you show women being beaten, when you show them being degraded, and you say there should be no censorship except...
No, there should be no censorship.
Except when kiddies are there, right? You're saying that kiddie porn is the only place that you would draw the line, right? All right. Now, how about bestiality? Do you dig that kind of stuff? How about bestiality? Do you approve of that?
Personally, no. But who am I to say what anyone else can see or do?
So you say that bestiality should be able to be filmed and shown in our movie theaters?
All I'm saying is that I refuse to be the one to tell any of my other fellow citizens what they can or cannot see or do.
Okay, if you're in favor of bestiality, I'm going to line you up with a date with a horse.
Is this before or after you've gotten done with the horse?
No, I mean, you see, he's saying anything should be shown, anything is okay. I say no. We gotta have some kind of morality in this business.
See, the problem is when you start, okay, with the things such as hardcore pornography, and let's say that the day comes and you people have your way, and we wipe out pornography. Okay, we even come with a definition that would allow us to wipe it out. Someone is going to get it into their heads to say, okay, let's take it a step further. Why don't we wipe out everything that's even remotely, like pornography? Then you'll start wiping out movies like, mainstream movies. Suddenly, there are paintings you'll start wiping out. You'll be draping, Michelangelo's David.
You're becoming so stupid and ludicrous.
Not at all. Not at all. There are people in this country, for instance, a guy like Jimmy Swaggart. A guy like Jimmy Swaggart would completely do away with anything that has nothing to do with the Bible. He genuinely would.
What I am saying is, and what the Attorney General, I don't know how you're bringing Jimmy Swaggart is, but what the Attorney General said...
Well, because Jimmy Swaggart and the Reverend Wilderness are the people who are behind this effort to censor that which they do not believe in. And that really is the issue of this whole discussion.
No,
the fact that what you really want, what you're really all about...
Wait a minute, big mouth. What's your mouth about?
Even now, what you're really on about is censorship. You want to completely control. All you want to hear is what is going on inside your own head.
I certainly don't want to hear what's going on in your stupid head. Now, just let me tell you something.
Sure, go ahead.
I am not trying to say anything but this, and what the Mies Commission is trying to say. We are a country where we can't just have anarchy, where anything goes. We must have some laws of morality in this country.
Ed Meese's laws? Ed Meese's laws?
He's the Attorney General of the United States of America.
Ed Meese is a joke.
Hey, you want to see it?
Ed Meese, if Ed Meese would spend more time defending the Constitution than trying to circumvent the Constitution, we might get something done.
You want to see a real joke? When you get out of the shower tomorrow morning, look in a full-length mirror.
That's really to the point. That's really to the point. That is so stupid. That's so typical. You can't win the point on logic, so of course you have to resort to the obvious.
Hey,
pitiful.
I lower myself to your mentality, pal. Now let me tell you this.
Oh, this is like the if you get on your knees, I'll get on my elbows.
You don't even believe in the rating system, do you?
I think if we are responsible people, we know what we as adults would like to see, and if you have a kid, until the child is 18, you can decide what the child can see.
Well, listen to this.
But after that...
You are saying
Do you not know what you want to see and what you don't want to see?
I say there should be a rating system so parents will know what their children are seeing. And I also say
That is
this.
why the rating system exists.
You are
so
saying
that people like you who can't, you know, who can't think for themselves can have some gauge to judge a movie by. It's a courtesy. It's a courtesy.
No, it isn't. It's for parents so they know what their kids are going to see. And I'll tell you this. You say that pornography is harmless. It doesn't hurt anybody. Well, I have had, right in this
would
chair...
anyone in this audience say that they've been harmed by pornography? That's a loaded question, of course.
I have had leading Hold on. I had a leading psychologist right on this very program who is an expert in pornography, and he told us and told everybody across America that it has been proven that pornography does psychologically damage young adults, and it will provoke perverts and rapists into committing sex crimes and child molestation. Let's bring someone up here. Yes, you, dear. Come on up this.
Now you're diddling.
Yes, go ahead.
Now you're diddling. That's nonsense.
Let's go. Yes, go ahead.
I think pornography degrades women, it ruins children, and I do believe that it gives people with weak minds crazy ideas.
Yeah! How do you answer that?
Well, okay, first of all, it has never been proved that it's, as I said, the Mies Commission itself was unable to prove that it harms anybody.
It isn't just the Mies, hold on. It's not just the Mies Commission. A team of psychologists, even people at the University of America, have been studying this for years.
Your God, Nixon, tried to prove the same thing 10 years ago, and he failed. They gave up the
Learned psychologists have said there is absolute
and 4 to 5 times as many learned psychologists have said nonsense.
Yes, go ahead, yes.
Yeah, my name's Nathan, and I'm an average American young adult, and I'd like to ask you if you have ever been in, or if you plan to be in, any of your perverted movies, pal.
All right.
Would you ever appear in a porno movie?
Well, okay, first of all, what I do for a living are mainstream feature films.
But would you do it?
Let's get that understood. I make my living on mainstream feature films.
But would you do it?
No, it doesn't interest me. It doesn't interest me. But that doesn't mean that someone else does not have the right, as an American citizen, protected by the First Amendment, to do it if they so choose.
Hey, well, you know, pal, what I think...
Nobody forces them to make the movies. No one forces them to be in the movies. And certainly nobody forces you or anyone else to buy, rent, or go see any such movie. The point is,
hold on.
It comes right down to basic First Amendment rights. That's really it.
Well, you know, if you ever were to appear in a pornographic film, it would become a slap... Hey, it wouldn't be pornography. It'd be a slapstick comedy.
Hey, Wally, how you doing? I'm Steve from Riverside, and I have a question for your guest.
All right.
I'd like to know where this funny man sitting in the chair got those strange-looking socks.
You see, even his socks are pornographic. Yes, go ahead. Next. Yes, go ahead.
I feel that's kind of unfair. My socks haven't had a chance to defend themselves.
Go ahead. Hold it. Go ahead.
My name is Tina from Orange. How would you feel if you saw your daughter in one?
What was that again?
I said, how would you feel if you saw your daughter in a porno?
Okay.
Well, I mean, first of all, I don't know whether to be insulted or flattered that you think I would be old enough to have a daughter. If I did, and that person was... If I did, oh, thank you. If I did and that person was 18 years old, they're an adult. They can do whatever they want. It's their decision.
Let me wrap this up.
Whether it made me happy or unhappy is not the point. They're entitled to do whatever they want to do.
I think that the people across America who are watching you are realizing that Hollywood has slowly degenerated into a cesspool because of people like him. And I say
I was going to say the same thing about TV because of you. You took the words out of my mouth.
I'm talking, Big Mouth, and you're out of here.
The
The American Kidney Fund wants to help your child get a healthy start on life. For a free brochure on children and kidney disease, contact your American Kidney Fund. It's toll-free.
This film industry here in Hollywood, California, used to be a decent industry, and it's people like this jerk who I had on who have polluted and destroyed and degraded the motion picture industry, right? Okay, now, before I introduce my next guest, I want to remind you, if you want to write to me, I'd love to get your letters. I read every one, and I answer every one. If you want information about the official Wally George fan club, we'll send it out to you. Maybe you want to debate me on the show here on some Saturday night. Let me know. Give me your telephone number. If you want to come on the hot seat sometime and debate me, I might invite you down here. Here's my address, just Wally George, Hot Seat. P.O. Box 56 TV, Anaheim, California, 92803. That's Wally George, Hot Seat. P.O. Box 56 TV, Anaheim, California, 92803. Now, if you want to come down here for one of our tapings, we tape here every Wednesday evening about 7 o'clock, and we have fun, don't we? Yeah! I'll tell you. All you got to do is call the numbers on your screen any day, Monday through Friday, between 8:30 in the morning and 6 o'clock at night. Leave your name and your telephone number and how many tickets you want, and we'll invite you to come down here for one of our tapings on a Wednesday evening. The numbers in the 213 area code, you call 464-6111, 464-6111. Get that one ready up there. And then, of course, our world internationally famous number in the 714 area code is 999 999 999 One more time, 999 Yeah, all right. 999 Okay, that's enough. Okay. Okay, now we got to get to our next guest. And this gentleman calls himself a political scientist, and his name is Joel King. Here he is. Joel, okay, you are not among too many friends here.
King of what?
Now you are one of the many warped liberal lunatics who now believe that we should go along with fat old Gorbachev and totally...
Wally, the only thing warped about me is that I've got to look at your face.
The only thing warped about me is that I had this lunatic on the show in the first place. You are calling for total disarmament, and that you say we should trust the Soviet Union, negotiate, and totally disarm. Isn't that what you're saying?
Absolutely. And the evidence, Wally, the evidence is right behind you. If we launched our missiles, we'd probably blow ourselves up just like we blew our own satellite up. Wally, who would want to take over this country? All these guys on dope? Who would want this country anyway?
Don't insult my audience.
Wally.
Hey, the people. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on.
Wally.
Hold on a minute. The people in my audience are better Americans than you'll ever be.
The only thing good about the people in your audience is that they came in here to see you.
Because they know I'm for what's good in America.
No, because they think you're a joke.
You're the joke, pal. But you're not even funny. You are a pitiful joke, because it's people like you who want to disarm and surrender to the Soviet Union, and it's not going to happen.
People like you. People like you are bankrupting this country. The Soviet Union wouldn't want this country. You know how much money they'd owe if they took it over?
Oh, come on. Don't you?
Listen, could you see Soviet troops down in Venice or Watts or Harlem? Are you crazy? They don't want it.
The Soviet...
They don't want it. It's a joke.
You are too stupid to realize that just like Adolf Hitler in World War II,
like Adolf Hitler, everybody in this country wants a Mercedes. Look at the joke. Look at the joke, right?
The Soviet Union is out to take over this country. You call for total disarmament. we might disarm.
Look, the
Soviet Union would never disarm.
Bankrupt the country, and they're doing a good job with your friend Ronald Reagan. Because by the time Uncle Ronnie gets out of office, there ain't going to be nothing left of this country.
Ronald Reagan is the one savior we have for peace in the free world.
Ronald Reagan is some foolish cowboy who started SDI. Somebody...
Can you believe this, folks? Wally George and Richard Blade back-to-back, 6 days a week, here on Channel 56.
Wally's on from 4:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, followed by me from 5 to 6 on Video 1.
And then on Saturday nights, hey, he comes on from 10 to 11, and I follow Video 1 with Hot Seat. Can you believe it? Are you ready? Richard Blade and Wally George back-to-back.
Well, I don't know if I'm ready, but I hope you are. Make sure you're watching KDOC Channel 56. It's going to be great.
We need you, folks. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This is the final segment of our show. Before we get to our last guest, I want to invite you people here in Southern California to a very special event. On September 23rd, Tuesday night, September 23rd, I'm going to be appearing in concert at the world-famous Palomino Club in North Hollywood, and I'm going to be singing some of the songs from my new rock album. What do you think? I'm going to be there with my band, the Sound Waves, and Richard Blade is going to be there, and Rudy's going to be there. Rudy Grouse. So, and there's no age limit. Anybody can come, all ages. That's Tuesday, September 23rd, 9 p.m., but get there early, about 8 o'clock, at the Palomino Club in North Hollywood, Tuesday night, September 23rd. Be sure you be there, okay? All right, now our final guest, I can't believe this, but he's the head of the Flat Earth Society. He says the Earth is definitely flat. Here is my guest, Charles Johnson. Let's hear it for Charles. Now, Charles, you can't truly be serious and believe that this Earth is flat.
The Earth is flat is one of the few things that you can ever know for sure in life. It is the only sure thing. You know, they talk about death and taxes being sure, but the Earth being flat is much more sure than that.
But Charles,
I mean, you didn't give the rest of our name. It's the Flat Earth Research Society. We have research. We have learned.
But Charles, we have seen pictures of the round globe.
Are you serious, Wally? I mean, in other words, your proof is. In other words, your proof is I saw it on TV.
No, I've seen it from an airplane. It's round.
Oh, you guys see it from an airplane.
But Charles, are you saying everybody else is wrong and you people are the only ones who are right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But don't get excited. The average person over 40 or 50 years old knows that the Earth is flat.
But Charles, if the Earth was flat, you'd go driving along, or you'd be in a boat going, and you'd reach the end, and you'd fall off the Earth.
You've got it backwards. If the world were a globe, a ball, and if you tried to get to Australia, you'd go over the edge. Any direction you went, you'd go over the edge. Only a globe has an edge. Obviously and logically, a flat Earth would not have an edge. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any water on it.
But if the Earth is flat, there has to be a fall-off somewhere.
No, the Earth has no edge.
But then how can it be flat?
According to Moses, who was the original writer for the Flat Earth Society, the world doesn't have a shape. It is just water. Water laying flat. Endless.
The water is laying flat.
Right, all water lays flat. I mean, that's the nature of water, to lay flat.
Charles,
how else can water lay?
Charles, I think the only thing flat here is your head.
Have you ever seen any bent water?
Charles, are you disputing? Wait, Charles, are you disputing our astronauts who have seen our beautiful round globe from outer space?
Carnies.
Carnies.
Not a word of truth. No one's been to the moon.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say nobody has been to the moon?
No one has been to the moon. The whole.
Hold on. Are you saying that our trip to the moon was all phony?
Phony. Totally. Completely phony. And the reason, in all these years that this insane hoax has been taught, it come from Greece 2,500 years ago. It's called the grease ball religion, claiming the world is a ball. No proof had ever been found for this insane belief.
What proof do you have that the Earth is flat?
Let me get to who started the space program. Nick Khrushchev in Russia. The atheist communist, since they could find no proof, and he wanted to do away. The Bible is a flat earth book. Jesus Christ ascended straight up.
Jesus never said the earth was flat.
Oh, yes, he ascended up and down. Heaven is above the earth. In fact, and the only part of the Bible that's claimed written by God himself is the 10 Commandments. And within those commandments you'll find in Exodus 24, it states the earth is flat. It states you shall not make a graven image and from heaven above or earth beneath or the water underneath the earth. In other words, that says the world is flat. See, the whole point of the ball hoax is to do away with Christianity, do away with sanity.
But Charles, our time is gone. All I can say is, Charles, you got a little studying to do. The earth is round. I'll be right back. Good night, everybody.
The opinions expressed by Wally George and his guests do not necessarily reflect the views of this station or its sponsors.